Welcome to the Trailblazers Podcast. It's the first official episode. I'm pumped. This has been in my heart for a long time. Finding the name, finding the courage, and just really committing to this brand has been in the works for years. And I'm excited about today's episode because this episode is going to pave the path. You know, when you build a business, it's always that first thing you do when you do anything. It's like launch day. So welcome to our launch day. I'm pumped about this because not only is this episode going to highlight things that entrepreneurs and fathers need to hear and men and women of God, but I'm interviewing somebody who is taking massive action in ways that will inspire millions of people. So with that being said, got my boy Denis here. Is it Boateng or
Boateng? You trying to call me Boateng, bro? No, just playing. Boateng.
Boateng. Has anyone ever been like, "What's up, Boateng"?
Yeah. My wife.
Your wife. That's fair.
But nah. I mean,
no dudes.
People. Nah. Yeah. It'd be like, hey, bro, hold on now. Pause. Yeah. Luckily, I ain't had no dude trying to call me Boateng. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard Bojangles. Yeah, man, just a whole bunch of ignorant stuff, bro. but you know,
Bojangles.
Yeah, bro. You know, I take it all. I laugh. You know what I'm saying? I got a good sense of humor, so it's all good. But nah, man, thank you for having me, bro. Man. I'm honored. I mean, even to be your first guest on the Trailblazers Talk Podcast, bro. I mean, we talked about this, and like I say all the time with you, bro, you inspire me because every time you got an idea and you pray about it and everything, you just immediately make it happen. Like, it's action. Like, that's how I know your faith is right. Like, it's real faith. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the thing about that is this has been years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people see action being taken and they think like, oh, the idea came and then everything, you know, came after that. No, like it's been years of conditioning and patience and failures and you know, to have this idea and then to do it. It's been like 5 years of me just holding back. So I'm glad that, man, we're here.
No, facts.
We're doing it.
We're doing it now.
Ain't no going back. Ain't going back.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I just want to say, like, you just got done producing season 3 of this big podcast, which I had the blessing. Thank you, man, for being behind the scenes and just seeing that production, seeing or hearing the conversation, seeing the conversation. I was behind the scenes like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe that I was just there because you invited me.
Yeah.
I believed I was there. Like I feel like there's always 7 reasons to something. So I was there. I'm like, what are my 7 reasons?
Wow.
I got, 1 to network, 2 to add value and build, connections. 3 was like, I need to build a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I need to. I feel like this is one of my 7 reasons I'm looking for to, why I'm at this podcast production.
Yeah.
And a week later we're here. So
bro, nah, facts though. Like, and thank you for coming through, man. I mean, cause bro, your presence was felt.
I appreciate
what I'm saying?
That,
like, I know we was doing a show with some big people in the room, but your presence was felt just by the love that you were showing. You took care of my team, my people, like, and people that believe in me. Like, our team is like, it feels like a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, Title League, man. Shout out to all those guys and gals too, man. Like, one thing about them is when they say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it.
Man, the way they execute it,
bro.
I was just mind blown because it wasn't just execution; it was harmony,
excellence, bro.
Yeah,
excellence, bro.
Yeah,
like they don't half-ass anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's easy to perform, or to take criticism from them. Like, for instance, like getting in front of a camera and interviewing people is not the easiest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do research, or you have to like really tap into what people are saying. And they're quick to tell me like, hey, bro, you need to, hey, come on, man. It's showtime. The lights is on.
Yeah.
This is your show. You need to make it, you know what I'm saying? So if I was someone who didn't understand the vision, I'd take it personal and be like, why are you talking to me like that? Da, da, da. But nah, man, like these people care about me. They want to make sure that we deliver an A1 product. You know what I'm saying? An A1 product. So, man, whatever they tell me that I need to polish on, I do it. You know what I mean? Just like that, because then it helps me go to the next level for even bigger opportunities.
No, that's important, man. I feel that any form of criticism, if you take it as a way to elevate, the product gets way better. Like in hindsight, it's such a good thing.
Yeah.
Like it may not be comfortable to be like, hey man, you gotta research more to ask better questions. Like that may not be comfortable, but the product that comes because of that, bro.
Nah, facts. I mean, even for it going back to you, bro. You know, you showed up in excellence. You know, you made us some fire. You know what I'm saying? Birria tacos, the best.
Guilty Taco coming to Vegas in a few weeks. So if you're in Vegas, tap in.
Yes. Hey, shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, you took care of us, man. The best tacos we've all ever had. And they're from Canada. You know what I'm saying? So they came and tasted the best tacos. But also too, man, like you blessed the CEOs with merch, you know what I'm saying? Personalized merch. That says a lot about you, man. Like you pay attention, you know what I'm saying? You took care of people on set. It says a lot about you and how you move, man. So more than anything is like you made me also look great. They're like, hey man, you got great homies, bro. I'm like, I mean, what can I say? You know, this the type of people I have around me. You know what I'm saying? Everything we do, the way we live our life, the way we take care of our kids, the way we take care of our wives, man, it's all A1, man.
Yeah, that's important stuff.
Facts.
So prior to this, like 30 minutes ago, you're talking about how you even got into like being this host of this big podcast. And tell us a little bit about this podcast, just so like the audience knows a little bit of background, and then if you could go into the story, the backstory of how you got in this position.
Yeah, no, for sure. So the show that I'm the host of is called League Biz, right? So we focus on the business of basketball, on and off the court, meaning, you know, beyond the four corners of the basketball court. A lot of times people just think that the only way that you can get into the NBA is by being a basketball player. But, you know, there are a lot of executives, a lot of people that work in the front office, a lot of people who take care of their health, a lot of people who are working in the marketing, branding department of these teams or the organization, personnel, player development. So I'm having conversation with all these people to break down and demystify the business of basketball. Just because we all love hoops, but a lot of times, man, people's hoop dreams just don't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they think it's over.
Right.
But it's not. You know, there's a lot of room for people to expand on the game of basketball. And sometimes there are people who either get the jobs with teams or the NBA itself, and then there are those people who carve their own path, like barbers. You know what I'm saying? They're cutting you know, NBA players' hair. Like,
so you're having this whole podcast is behind the scenes of like every piece, every moving part,
every
to the
piece
game
that make
basketball.
the world of basketball
That's
go
cool,
around.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a fire show, man.
Yeah.
And the concept is amazing. I mean, like, once again, shout out to Tidal, but also shout out to Slam too.
Yeah.
Them coming together and giving me this opportunity.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, my big bro, Les, you know, who felt like you're the right guy for this opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's dive into that.
Yeah, bro. So
you said something like your last dollars into some equipment that you used to get this position.
Yeah,
so let's talk about that.
Nah, facts. So you know, during the pandemic, everybody was going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those times, man, just that will forever be remembered for anyone who was alive and experiencing it. My wife and I, like, we were just going through it. You know what I'm saying? We had just had our son. It was just one of those things, like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? She was working, but then eventually she got let go because the startup company she was working with ran out of funding.
Wow.
And for me, it's like, I was a gym teacher. Like, where am I going to be teaching at? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, okay, what do I do? So yeah, we were struggling, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay, what do we do? Invest in ourselves. That's the main thing that we always go back to. So I remember, like, man, we didn't have the bread, but we made the investment. You know what I'm saying? We bought a Rodecaster, we bought mics. We already had cameras because we were already kind of doing content from the get-go before content was monetized or, you know, you could be paid to be a content creator. We were already building content. So yeah, man, bro, we spent that money, man. I was sharing a studio with one of my homies in LA, who let me use a studio, like when I was designing and different stuff like that. And there was a studio next door to his that happened to be like $30 an hour. Like, and it was just
video studio.
Yeah, video studio, like photography, podcast, like just everything, media stuff. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could do whatever in there. And the aesthetic of it was just so dope. It was just a white studio. And I was like, yo, I think we could do something here, but I want to create like a visual aesthetic that doesn't yet exist in a sense, or that people haven't really tapped into, right? Because when I watch every podcast or I watch a show, I'm like, man, everything kind of, you know, the same. The same setup and everything. And I was just like, what type of emotions do I want to evoke when the opening to the podcast? You know what I'm saying? I like to think of myself as a tasteful minimalist, if that's even a thing.
Make it a thing. Tasteful minimalist.
Hey, I take it. You know, I got good taste in things.
I may not have it simple though.
Yeah, I like it simple though. You know what I'm saying? I may not have all the money to get all this stuff just yet, but I got good taste. You know what I'm saying? I save stuff in my little Pinterest or my mood, you know what I'm saying, mood board or my vision board. These are the things that I want. Yeah. And when I seen the room, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do a black and white podcast. I want to give it like a James Bond type
no
vibes.
Color to it.
No color.
That's sick.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember Danielle being like, why? Like, I was like, well, one is dope. It gives it a dope vibe. Like, and I wear black. Like, I'm wearing black or white or I'm wearing gray. Even though you can't see colors, it's still giving you something. You know what I'm saying? Aesthetically, in my head, it made sense. And literally the branding, I just made a blue dot, called it Generational Maneuvers. And it was just a vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, too, for her sake, she's an editor. And she had, you know, edited for many people. And I was just like, well, I'm not the best editor. So in order for us to, like, cut on time, let's make the whole show black and white, too, so we can save time on editing. Yeah. And bro, it just ended up just making sense, bro. Like, we did our first episode, went crazy. People were loving it. I'm getting hit up. And then we took a trip to, where did we go? We went to, I forget, man. We ended up going somewhere. We took a little trip. We just got an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like, in the middle of nowhere. It's like nothing but rocks. You hear coyotes and everything, but the house, it was very like fire. And I was like, yo, let's do this one too in black and white as well. So people won't be able to tell where we're at or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And bro, it just took the quality of the podcast to a whole nother level. That's why it's important to test and do different things at times. You know what I'm saying? As we were doing it, I had already been introduced to Les by my brother Bruce Fields. Shout out to my brother, man. And he introduced us, and we were like on Clubhouse, like talking. Yeah, man, Clubhouse, bro. I know you was running Clubhouse too, bro. But man, we just connected, bro. And he was always just kind of watching what I was doing from afar. And he hit me up, was like, yo, I love what you're doing with the show, bro. Like, I'm trying to build something like that. I want a similar aesthetic. Like, can you break down who's your production team? I was like, ain't no production team. It's just me and wifey, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and there were times where we even have our baby Dash on the show, just sitting on our lap. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, bro, I love what you're doing. We kind of want to adopt like a similar aesthetic. And by the way, you're gonna be the host of the show. I was like, yo, say less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there. Whatever you need.
This was in 2020.
This was in beginning of 2021.
Okay.
I want to say beginning of 2021, and conversations were being had, and then we moved from LA to Vegas, and the show began in Vegas, man. So
was the show meant to happen in Vegas because you were here?
No, it was meant to happen in LA initially. Just because there's so much that comes through LA.
Yeah.
But around that time too, like me and wifey made a decision, like it just wasn't a place that we wanted to be at anymore.
So the show is produced in Vegas because you're here.
Yeah, it ended up happening. Yeah, coming to Vegas, it happened because we moved here, and literally Summer League was happening in like less than a month. So it's like, why not start where basketball is? Like, where, you know what I'm saying? So, bro.
Makes sense.
I know that was long-winded, but yeah, bro. Like, and that's how we kicked it off, man. And
so pretty much from that story, opportunities come when you invest into yourself.
Facts.
But let me break down what you said. Mm-hmm. You've invested your last dollars into some equipment to start a podcast with no intention that this podcast is going to open doors for you, but because you believed in yourself and you and your wife believed in each other, opportunities came from that.
Yeah, bro. And the thing was too, is like, when we did it initially, the show was just going to be me just interviewing my creative homies in LA.
How did it turn? What did your show turn into sports?
No, and it turned from me trying to interview my creative homies who had traction in LA to becoming me and wifey's show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because I remember, man, I was like, dang, man, like I can't find no other guests. Like I'm hitting everybody up. They either out of town or they're too busy. Mm-hmm. And I've already done a couple solo interviews, you know what I'm saying, or shows or episodes. And she was like, man, I think you need a woman's voice. Like you need to get some women in on the podcast. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we're like searching, and I'm like, yo, why am I looking for another woman? Like you're my wife. Like you right here. Like you're all the woman I need to be on the show. Like you have the most interesting story. Like you know, former aerospace engineer, like Black woman, creative, editor, like the best I've ever seen, bro. Every time people see her edits, they go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, nah, I need to have you on the show. We need to talk about our relationship.
So question, are you all gonna go back to this podcast and open up?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I think we will. I think it's just one of those things too.
Because I know you just had a baby and you guys are getting busy. Like when things settle down, do you think you guys are going to go back to it?
Not for sure. I think so. I think there's
because it sounds epic right now.
Nah, facts, here, like,
bro. Man, I need to catch the past season.
Hey, bro, I'm saying though, like it's just one of those things that's needed, man. And we want to have other couples on too when we get back.
I think it's important, man, because there's so many couple entrepreneurs that don't necessarily need to know how to navigate, but it just helps to hear, and to see. You know?
Yes, and even the name Generational Maneuvers, bro.
Yeah,
like how that name came about was when I was in Indianapolis, man. Me and my cousins, like we used to do this thing. We used to call it late night maneuvers. Right?
Like, late night maneuvers?
Yeah, we used to call it late night maneuvers, bro. And we would just like, we were driving like the most like luxurious and expensive neighborhoods and just dream like, yo, I want that house like that.
Yeah.
I want a crib like this. Dang, bro, did you see all them cars in the driveway? Like,
doing that actually works though.
Bro,
it's a part of it.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I tell you, man, my cousin Dexter, my cousin Johnny, and then also too, man, our homie Taylor, we used to call him Taylor Gang. And so out of all of us, he had the nicest whip.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I believe he had like a Acura TLX or something like that. Like it was like a electric blue, like they had just came out. Or
yeah.
So we'd be like, all right, cool. I had like an old beat up Lexus. Johnny had the old red Honda. Dex had like a old Toyota like SUV or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're not gonna make it in the neighborhood with none of these joints.
Yeah.
So hey, Taylor Gang, you gotta whip.
Yeah.
So man,
y'all pulled up in the Acura,
bro. We just be in the Acura, bro, playing like smooth vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like just the mute, like bro, we playing soundtracks that go with the neighborhood that we're driving in. And we're just dreaming.
Do you feel like you doing that then has helped you with where you're at now?
About 100%. Because I still dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I never want to.
Well, let me ask you this, because like people say they dream all the time, and like if you break that down, like what are you doing, right? So like, are you doing anything to fulfill those dreams still, like driving to neighborhoods or looking at cars? Like what are you doing to keep the dream like real, if that makes sense?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I've lived in ever since I graduated college or left my parents, we've lived in 3 different states, right? So Virginia, California, and then now in Nevada. Every city we've lived in, I'm like, yo, where the wealthy live at?
Yeah.
I gotta go through the wealthy neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I gotta find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, bro, I turn my GPS off and I'm just like, man, let me just drive wherever.
Yeah.
You know, some people are scared to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, man, let me go on a adventure. You know what I'm saying? So I go, I might, man, pull up on a dope park where I'm like, oh, I can bring my kids here.
Yeah.
Or, dang, man, like, do you see like these homes? Like, bro, I just gotta do that, man.
Yeah.
Or like, man, this dope sceneries. Maybe when I'm stressed out or something, I need to drive up here to be able to clear my mind, or I can surprise my wife.
Yeah.
Come up here, we have a nice picnic or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, I gotta know what the spots are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's all really good stuff, because what you see, what you're paying attention to, is what, like, you know, I am a believer in the law of attraction. Like what you see, what you focus on is what you get.
Yeah, facts.
And I feel like a lot of people, you know, they're at home, they're working, you know, entrepreneurs, they're working at home, they're in their office, they're stuck, they're in a box all day.
Yeah.
But they have these big goals and dreams they're not exposed to.
Yeah.
So they never really get there.
Yeah.
Right. But like even me and the kids, like we'll go drive to like a beautiful neighborhood that we want to be in, and just like that energy and just perspective, it adds to the like, I'm just gonna use this word because I don't know any other word to use, but it helps you manifest it.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gotta be able to see yourself in the places that you want to be in.
Yeah.
You gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, on Generational Maneuvers, I had my brother Steve on, Steve James, man. He's a amazing entrepreneur, another one of my brothers. And we talked about how, like, you cannot be scared of your dreams, man. Like, you can't be scared of the
say that louder for the people in the back, bro.
Hey, you can't be, hey, dream big. It's okay to be like, oh shoot, that was a big dream.
Hey, shout out to Dream Big, shameless plug.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, facts. But you can't be scared to like step in it.
Yeah.
You better be bold and snatch that dream before somebody else does.
Facts.
You ever had a moment where you had an idea and then next thing you know, you're like, somebody else got...
All the time. Because I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years, and like 90% of that time, I've had ideas I've slept on. Like even doing this podcast, I've seen people I got connected with like 4 years ago being a huge, like creating a huge podcast. I'm like, if I would have just started 4 years ago.
But here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
My belief is that God puts that dream in you as that it's your responsibility. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to do it all by yourself. He's going to put you on like the pieces around you. But if you don't take on that responsibility, he's like, oh, you're not ready for it. Boop. Let me give it to somebody else who's already ready.
That's facts.
Who probably has less than you, but they just believe more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those where I'm just like, dang, man. Like,
I just want to highlight what you said.
Yeah.
Someone with less than, but has has a higher belief. That's really the ingredients for success.
Bruh, yeah, man.
Like you don't need to have money or contacts. If you just have the belief, that's really it.
And it's like, it's one of those things because, I mean, we talk, you know what I'm saying? Even shout out to our brother Freddie, you know what I'm saying? But like, we talk, we all have conversations about what we want in our lives.
Yeah.
Where we want to be, the things, the life that we want to build, right? And it's like, we got to step into it now. Mm-hmm. The conversations have been had. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we're all putting our best foot forward to be able to, like, hey, man, yo, Freddie, how can I help you, bro? Dennis, how can I help you? Mm-hmm. Joe, how can I help you? We're all having these conversations to be able to help each other.
Well, that's important because everyone wants a community, right? Everyone wants friends that they could do things with.
Yep.
But until you go the extra mile for somebody, it's never reciprocated.
Yeah.
You know, that, like, shout out to Think and Grow Rich, because learning the extra mile, like, that's how I build all my relationships.
That's right.
Like, if you're somebody who just wants your hand is out and you expect people to do things for you, but you can't do anything for them, man, like, good luck trying to build a community with other entrepreneurs, because it's just never going to work out.
I think with that too, sometimes, man, the misconception is, like, for instance, let's say you bless me with something, right?
Right.
Sometimes people feel like they have to bless the person back with something close to the same value. And it's like, nah, bro, it could be just a simple gesture.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like when we clicked up, bro, you, hey, man, come to the crib, man. Yeah. Come have some tacos, this, that, and the third. You hit me up, hey, bro, you free? Man, come shoot with me real quick, man. I'm trying to get this brand off, trying to get my marketing. Heck yeah, bro, I'll come over there. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
Phone, camera, whatever. We're going to take photos. Like, it's just us just helping, meeting each other, and whatever little need that we have, man, being able to, if I know somebody that can provide something to you, man, I'm gonna hit them up, be like, hey, man, my brother needs something, man, that you're really good at. Yeah. You think you could help? And then
being resourceful is important too.
Exactly.
You know, especially as believers, because I feel like when you're a believer, it's so important to, like, go the extra mile for someone else, to be a problem solver for people.
Yep.
You know, because if we believe that God puts people in position to help one another, or God brings people to bless you, then it's your responsibility to be resourceful so that blessing runs through you to someone else.
Bro, when I tell you, like, the people that I've connected with, man, just either through my wife's work, my work, or homies of yours, whatever, bro, it's just insane, bro. Like, they quickly become family. Like, I talked about Freddie, man. Like, Freddie works with my wife, bro. He's a amazing guy. Like, well, I'm just like, hey, bro, what do you think about this? What do you mean? Like, he's just a good homie. You met some of my guys from Title League. Like, it's just like, man, bro, they love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came through and they love you. Our little bro, Andrew, bro, I brought him to the crib. He's your little brother too now. I mean, bro, the list goes on, man. Like, our homies D, Gene, like all these people, bro, like, that we've connected with, and we're building a village of visionaries, bro. Like, how can we not help each other, bro? It just don't make sense.
But, you know, on the flip side of all this, a lot of entrepreneurs don't have this mindset. Like, they want to do it themselves. They want to, like, just, like, not include people.
It's crazy.
You know, I used to think that way, and I used to think that, oh, people don't get me. You know, people are just in it for themselves.
Yeah.
And I was such an introvert, just because I felt like the world didn't get me and they won't support me. But when you stop making it about yourself and you go, how can you support the world?
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic, because now your mind and your heart is to serve others. And then the Bible says to serve other people.
Facts.
Right? Yeah. And so I feel like when you just change that mindset, man, and just make it like, how can you be of value to other people? Yeah. Then the community shows up.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't care how much money you got, bro. Yeah. Like, you can still be a lame with a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of
it, you know what I'm saying?
Might be watching this.
Like, you could be a lame with a whole bunch of money and not have a village. Yeah. Like, you think you the big dog, you doing, bro, man, don't nobody respect you, bro. Yeah, you don't even have the right people around you that keep you accountable. Yeah. You don't listen to nobody who wants to help you. Like, you're not taking the help. Like, that's lame, man. Yeah. I feel like, you know how people used to make you feel lame for asking for help? Yeah. It's lame not to ask for help. Yeah. It's so lame, bro. You want to be so macho and then you end up dying by yourself, bro. Yeah. You lame. Yeah. Don't nobody come to your funeral. Yeah. Like, bro, what are people going to say about you, man? Yeah. There's no legacy.
I think that's such an important thing in the entrepreneurship. I'm going to keep going back to this because when you're starting to make some money, like, I feel like a lot of people have this mindset of like, oh, I can't ask for help because I'm making money or I'm becoming successful. Yeah. But the reality is, it doesn't matter how much money we have, where we are in life, we always need help.
Yeah, facts, bro.
We always need community, man. Facts, like, bro. You guys been a blessing to us too. Like, me and my family, like, you guys been a big blessing. Like, the little things goes a long way, you know? And I feel that in the entrepreneur space, everyone wants to be a trailblazer, like blaze their own path, right? Become really successful. Yeah. You can't do it by yourself.
You can't.
You could go fast by yourself, but you can't, I really think you can't go far. I know this is really common saying entrepreneurship. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. You want to go far, go with other people. But when you break that down,
bruh.
Like, I've went fast so many times, but I'm so behind because I spent most of my time as an entrepreneur doing things by myself.
Yeah.
And I could say, like, I've been in this game for 15 years. Where I am today, I should have been 6 years ago. Yeah. But because I had this mindset of, let me do it by myself. Yeah. I went fast. But man,
bro,
you can't go far, really.
No, you can't, man. I mean, bro. Like I said, man, we've lived in different places. Yeah. Met a lot of people, both very wealthy and not wealthy at all. And the difference in people isn't the money, man. It's just the mindset and the heart. Just like you spoke to the mindset and your heart. Is it aligned? And what is it aligned to? You know what I'm saying? I think that's very important. Like, if you have no foundation, and you just whatever, bro, I can't tap in with you. Yeah.
What's that foundation for you?
My foundation?
Well, not yours, but like, what's the foundation that you look for when it comes to
bro, I can't follow or click up with any man who doesn't have bro, you gotta be led by God, man.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts. Like, you gotta be led by God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you have to be.
Why is that important to you, though? Like, break it down.
Because, man, that's you. It's not about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are tapped in and understanding. You're stripping yourself of this selfish mindset that it's all me. It's not. It's really not. Like, I think to really be like an alpha male, like, that's the type of, like, you gotta know, like, hey man, like, I do have a source that I rely on. You know what I'm saying? I can't follow no man who your wife and your kids don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
They run from you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, bro, what's going on in your household? Like, you know, I can't tap in with that. I just can't. Because as for me and my household,
Mm-hmm.
man, we're gonna praise the Lord. You feel me? Like,
Amen.
I'm tapped in with my family, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's ups and downs, but man, I love my wife, bro. Like, I praise my wife. I make sure that I don't care. Like, people may see me doing stuff or whatever, and they think, you know, it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I want to know what my wife thinks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what my kids think. That's important to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, that's the most important thing to me, man. Like, if it's just important, man. Like, man, like I can't imagine, and don't get me wrong, I want to be wealthy. Like,
mm-hmm.
well, let me say this. I already am wealthy. It's just that not in certain areas, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm wealthy, bro. I got my family loves me. I got great friends. I got an amazing village.
Yeah.
Got an amazing church family.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wealthy, bro.
Yeah.
Do I want more money in my bank account? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I need bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need the money too. Well, not need, but I want the money to be able to do more things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give my family different experiences.
But I think it's important that you're building this wealth, spiritual, through your family, your foundation. Like, your foundation's money ain't a foundation.
Yes.
I've had it backwards for a long time. I thought money was the foundation. Then you get your spiritual right. Then you get your family right. Money ain't a foundation. If you try to build your house, like a physical house with paper, it's gonna break.
That's good, bro. You're gonna have to, bro. That's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be a snippet for that's gonna be a TikTok,
for sure.
YouTube short.
For sure, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
No, but for real, like I know the way you're building your success right now is long term, but it's sustained success.
Bro, I literally had a conversation with my homie Freddie once again.
Shout out to Freddie.
We talked about playing the long game.
Yeah.
It's not about the get rich quick. It's about the long game.
Man, the get rich quick is for the birds, bro.
Bro, I'm saying, like, bro, imagine, like, one day I'm gone and I was on the get rich quick.
Yeah.
And what do I have to leave my family?
Yeah.
Schemes.
Yeah.
That's not going to get my kids or my wife anywhere. Scheming ain't going, bro, I wanted to, even living or I want this to happen while I'm living and when I'm gone, that when people have encounters with my kids, they'll be blessed because of how I treated them.
Yeah.
Like, whose son are you? Whose daughter are you?
Yeah.
Oh, Denis's? Oh, man, we got you because your father was good to us. Man, your father was a kind man. Your father spoke great things into us. Like, man, that's the type of timing I'm on, bro. Like, me and my whole village. You feel me? Like, all the other stuff is for, like you said, it's for the birds, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we're playing the long game, bro. Legacy game.
Yeah.
Like,
there it is.
You know, when you step into certain neighborhoods and people got, man, this dude's grandfather was a G, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but not on some like, oh, he was out here like killing folks and different stuff. They like, nah, bro, he like took care of the community.
Yeah.
He like, bro, he helped build this gym in this community. He helped this kid with his NBA dream, or he helped this kid become a banker.
It's impact.
Bro,
that's
impact,
what it is,
bro. Like, that's the type of stuff I look for, man. I'm not looking to be famous or anything like that. Like, that's not what I'm chasing. Like, that's not.
No, impact is everything, man. Especially as a believer.
Bro,
like, if you're not focused on impact, you're not building the kingdom of God. People want to build the kingdom, but then they flick someone off road rage, or you know, they're fighting with their family. It's just like impact. What is real impact? Impact is, how am I making your day better?
Facts.
If you break it down to a substance, that's impact. How can I make your day better?
Right, and it could be a simple just text. Hey, bro, how you doing, man?
Do you practice that? Like I do, like every Mondays. That's why sometimes I text you, like, I practice at least texting like 5 people every morning.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you may go through your day and something may happen. Then you get a text back, like a positive response back to your message.
Yeah.
It just helps with your day.
Now that's good, bro. I actually need to adopt that. I think for me too is, a lot of times, when just people pop in your head.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dang, man, this dude is on my heart.
That's like, important when those happen.
Bro, I gotta just say something.
Yeah.
Even that, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah.
I try to do that. But I want to adopt that. What you're doing is just like,
just like 5 people every morning, man.
5 people every morning, just like, hey, what's good, man? What's up? You know what I'm saying? What I would like to be able to do, is just randomly just buy groceries for people.
That's a blessing right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, especially with people with family, like kids and stuff like that, man. You just never know, man.
Yeah.
We've been there.
Yeah.
Bro, you blessed me too. Yeah. Like, bro, there's been times like, I remember the conversation we had. I was like, dang, bro, like we were struggling, bro. Yeah. Like, and you was like, hey man, what's your number, bro?
Yeah.
Here. I'm like, bro, what?
Man, that was a while ago. That's crazy.
That was but still, bro, like that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to just help people where they're at, man. Yeah. It's just, bro.
I love that, man.
It goes a long way, man.
I love that.
And I think that I feel like the word entrepreneur is thrown out just loosely.
Yeah.
And what's the substance within it, though? You know what I'm saying?
Let
me ask you that. Like, let me ask you, bro. What do you think the substance in the word entrepreneurship is and what it should be?
Well, I think nowadays when people say entrepreneur, it's just like they're starting something up for money. Because that's, if you ask 100 new entrepreneurs right now, like, why are you an entrepreneur? Most of them are going to be like, oh, I found a way to make money doing this, or I want to make money doing that. I don't want to work a job.
Yeah.
But when you actually understand entrepreneurship from the core of it, it's your foundation. It's you're an entrepreneur because you understand that your time is so valuable, and that you would prefer to spend time with family.
Yeah,
you would prefer to own something that brings you in income, or there's different levels of it. But when someone starts with money, you know that they don't understand entrepreneurship.
No, that's facts.
Like, I'm an entrepreneur because I want to give more to my family.
Yeah.
In ways money can't.
Yeah.
Which is my time. If I work a 9 to 5 and I'm making salary, I can't give more to my family than money. I can only give money.
Yeah.
Because I'm strapped. 40 hours of my week is strapped.
Bro.
My weekends may be strapped too. I mean, when you're an entrepreneur, you gotta work. You gotta work hard. It's not easy.
It's not, bro.
But you have a choice on what you do.
Let me ask you this. How many times have you had to have conversations with your wife like, babe, I have to do this?
A lot.
That's the real part too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, being married and being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Whew.
Man, it's a whole different degree, man.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Man, it's a real one, man. But I thank God that he's put great women in our lives. Amen. You know what I'm saying? That are understanding.
Because if you don't have women who understand, man, it could be difficult.
Bruh. You might as well throw your dreams away, dog.
Yeah, you might as well go work at Chick-fil-A.
Hey, they might not even like that. You know what I'm saying? But
why are you saying my pleasure to so many women?
Yo, that's hilarious. But nah, bro, like, I thank God, man, that we have women by our side that understand and support us in following our dreams, take great care of our children, and also allow us to be the best dads and husbands that we can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing for me, I wrote this a long time ago, was like, and it came up because somebody asked me what my definition of success was. I thought. How
long ago was this?
This was probably like 2015.
Okay.
Man, I had this dude, man. He was like a mentor. Bro, he sent me like this Google Doc. It had to be like 10 pages. Like, write down the house you want, like down to a T, how much you're gonna pay for it, the type of wife you want, the type of car you're gonna be driving, and then it's like, what does success mean to you?
Okay.
I'm like, oh shoot.
Did you go through all that?
Bro, I went through, bro, it took me months.
Yeah.
And I simply came up with the thing was like, man, success to me means doing what I love without neglecting the people I love.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was in 2015.
That was in 2015.
Do you feel like you're living that to this day?
Working on it.
Yeah.
Because I say that because there are times where I have to go or travel and it's like, dang, man, like I wish my wife and my son and now my daughter were with me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, if like, especially too, because I want to work in this sports arena, but also being an entrepreneur and having my own brand and different things. I want to be able to take my family along with me.
Yeah.
A lot of times, man, when you go to these events and doing stuff, man, you see a lot of men, but they don't have their families around. It's like, dang, man, they having all the fun. Like, I want my kid, bro, I want my son to run on an NBA court.
Yeah.
Shooting hoops or whatever. I want him to be running on the soccer field during the World Cup and be free, having fun and and us capturing that experience. Like, I want my daughter, like, man, do all that too with her brother too. Like, I want my wife to enjoy going to championship games and all that stuff.
A mentor told me that what you're explaining is like when you reach a level of success where like anything you want could happen.
Yeah.
That's like the level you're like, what you're saying right now is your why. So you need to like focus on that, like picture that.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're working towards. That's what your fruit of your labor now, the sacrifices you're doing now is going to build towards that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think about too. Like my foundation, like the times I'm away from my family.
Yeah.
Those are the times that matter because they're building for the moments where they could come with you or like the reason why they can't come won't be a reason eventually.
Because, bro, I say this, man, it warms my heart when I'm on set and Dash is running around. Like,
I seen that. Yeah,
bro, I love that though, bro. I love being able to have my son on set with me, bro.
Yeah.
And he's calling everybody on set uncle. Yeah. Uncle this, uncle that, or auntie this.
That's
just showing love. And it's like a family, man. They all know my son.
Yeah.
And he knows, like, when the camera goes on, daddy's doing interviews.
Yeah.
Like, he knows.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my daughter, eventually she's gonna see that too.
Yeah.
But man, I want to be able to have my family around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool. Like, you know, eventually, like when we're flying to different countries and I have to go interview or cover whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want my family to come to France with me or Brazil or Dubai, wherever.
Yeah.
Shoot, why not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
You know,
soon come.
It's already happening.
Right.
Just not at the level where you want it to happen.
Yeah,
but I think that's where us as entrepreneurs and as men get in our head when things are not happening quick enough or just not at its full capacity.
Yeah.
And then we look at ourselves like, are we really successful?
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned to just look at what's actually happening.
Yeah.
It may not be, your family may not be there every time.
Yeah, not every time.
But the fact that they are there and you have support, like, that's beautiful right there.
Yeah, because I want them to be there, especially, man, when I'm experiencing something like, for instance, man, like...
Well, we're filming this podcast right now and our kids are downstairs.
Facts,
it's happening, bro.
Facts, that's true. But, like, with Goldmine, like, I want to be able to take my father to a World Cup game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big soccer fan. And soccer was my first love. And when I do that, it's like, man, I don't want to be sitting in the nosebleeds.
You said the nosebleeds.
Yeah, I don't want to be sitting in the nosebleeds, man. Like, I want to be able to, like, man, Pops, let's go
on the field.
Yeah, like, let's go to the locker room, meet these players that you watched for years.
Yeah.
Like, man, I want to be able to give my family experiences, man.
Question, are you writing, like, these goals down somewhere, or are you doing anything that's going to help you get there?
Yeah, man. I've written, like, also, too, every I want to say, of course, I have my list that I write down
Yeah.
for every year goals I want to reach.
Yeah.
But then I have like my big goals that I write down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you have like a special notebook or like?
Yeah, man, I got my moleskin. You know what I'm saying? That you know, I write a whole bunch of stuff in.
Okay.
But there are times too, I just write notes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dang, man, I saw this. Like, man, I want this, but I want it this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I one thing I want to get back to doing is like vision boards, bro.
Vision boards.
Because
like, you actually get like a big board and you cut things up or print.
Yeah.
Like, you do all that? Okay.
Bro, yeah, man, I did that.
Bro, I've never made one yet.
Bro, it's bananas when you do it and you look and you're like, yo,
where do you put this vision board?
Man, in my office, bro.
Okay.
In my office. I need to make a new one.
Probably put mine like right here or something.
Yeah, nah, it'd be fire right there. But have it in like, bro, I want to be able to, bro, make them and frame them.
I was thinking of like, what if you make it into art? So it's not just some random like,
bro, because it'll be able to like tell a story.
Yeah, that's
you know
dope,
what I'm saying,
dude.
We might have to build a business.
Bro, that's hard. Are you come on? Yeah, turning a vision board into art,
bro. Yeah,
or like putting in a big canvas.
Yeah,
who's doing that?
Nobody. That's what. See, we're idea guys. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But like just doing something like that, because then, bro, like imagine like, man, like your great grandkids being able to see the timeline. Bro, the vision that you had.
So I went to Japan years back, and I went to the cup of noodle factory. And I like my girl was like, yeah, we go to the cup of noodle factory. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, okay, cup of noodles, cool. You know, like whatever. Like, okay. It's gonna be like some rinky-dink experience. But bro, we go there. And the first thing that we go to is this like museum, right? And it's a timeline of how the couple noodle guy founder built his business from his success and failures, and it's on point,
bro.
And I'm just like walking through reading it, like this is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy how they have it all documented like this,
bro. I got an idea too, like on the graphic design. And like with, you know, I'm gonna talk to you about it off camera, but it's like something like that. But people need that, man.
Yeah. That's good content too.
It is, bro. And that's why I think it's important for us to do content, because, bro, like when we're not here anymore, man, our kids and our great grandkids and their kids, whatever, will be able to pull up. Dang, like, man, you know, somebody's like, man, you act just like your great grandfather,
right?
Bro, I don't know what my great grandfather looked like. I don't even know his name. You know what I'm saying? But with my great grandchildren, man, they'll have evidence that I was here.
Yeah,
they'll feel that impact. Yeah, content.
Yeah.
When they see my face, it's not, oh, that's just somebody from my family.
Some scrapbook they're looking through.
Yeah, no. Like he said, he's the one who set the tone in our bloodline. Like, man, bro, like man, you know,
that's
bro.
crazy to think about that, though.
Yeah.
Like how my kids' will look and look at my social media,
bro.
Like that, it's just mind blowing to think that that's how they're gonna remember us. You know, Dash's kids, my kids. Like they're gonna look through this. They're gonna watch this podcast 30 years later and be like, "Oh, that's my grandfather."
Bro, they'll have access to this, man. It's like a library.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, man, we have to build content.
Yeah, content's important.
It is important, man. And it's not even about what brand can you get to sponsor or how many views. Nah, man. It's like, man, these conversations, like, man, when our kids are like, damn, man, like, I need advice.
Right.
But my pops ain't here.
Right.
Let me go listen to his podcast.
Yeah.
Bro.
I think that's good. Like, you don't need to be a life coach or you don't need to be whatever. Like just having conversation like this does impact people.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how my dad thinks. You know, if he was living in this time and, you know, he was doing podcasts and stuff, it would make me understand him more.
Exactly.
You know,
even same thing for my father. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of our pops are like, they've had their backgrounds is totally different.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your pops is what? he's
60 and up.
Yeah, so same thing with my dad.
Yeah.
Bro, they not thinking about building no content, man. They just want to come play with their grandkids, have a good time, maybe go on vacation. And they chilling, bro. You know,
so,
but
let me ask you this, man. I know we're kind of wrapping up to the hour right now. And I'm enjoying this. Bro, we can go for hours.
Nah, facts.
You know, Freddie's over here like...
we talk like this all the time.
We can go for hours over here. I'm just curious, man. Like, what does the future success look like for you? Like, what is it that you're working towards? What is it that you want to accomplish? And I'm not talking like 5 years out. You know, what does the next like 6 to 12 months look like for you?
That's a great question, man. This brand, you know, hidden trophies is what I'm working on. When you talked about like with the podcast and like 5 years, like it's, bro, I've always wanted a brand, but it's bigger than just a brand. It's bigger than just clothes. Hidden trophies came at a perfect time. It wasn't something rushed. I've had a clothing brand before and it did all right. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I had some sales and people were like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's nice. You got some nice little clothes, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't buying all the time. Yeah. But this time around, I feel like I have a message that's universal. Anybody can relate to, but everybody can have their own meaning to.
That's so good for clothing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so good, yeah.
And from that, there'll be more to come. You know what I'm saying? That me and you have spoken on, like my big like goal with hidden trophies. But for right now, 6 to 12 months, man, I want to get this joint up and running. Man, I want to see everybody around me rocking hidden trophies, bro.
It's coming, man.
I feel like if I can get the community around me to rock with the message, like rock with the what I'm like, what it stands for.
Well, you gotta win. So here, you gotta wear every day.
Yep.
I wear this hat. Well, not this exact hat, but I wear my every day.
Yeah.
You gotta lean in on it.
Yep.
You gotta wear it every day. You gotta put on all your content, which you already do, and you're already starting this.
Yeah.
Like you're doing it right, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate
like
that.
Everyone that's seen your shirt at the studio was like, yo, like
bro, it was crazy to me, bro. Man. I'm like, bro, you work with some of the top like, you know, NBA players.
Yeah.
Or you've worked at a Nike or Adidas and you asking me about my brand and you want me to hit you up or you want me to send you a shirt. You want to like, bro, that's, I mean, I was like, okay. I mean, I already thought like, yo, I got something already.
Yeah.
But it felt good to even see like the response.
Just validation of it. Right?
It felt good. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, 6 to 12 months, man, making sure that this stands strong, being consistent with it, making sure my community rocks with it.
Love it.
Because I feel like, bro, if you building a brand, if you can't get the people around you to rock with it.
Bro, I already feel like you already got those checked.
Man.
Like, you got them checked, man, because everyone that's seen that shirt, even at church, like,
I know that's right.
You got to check it for the podcast, bro. Hey, come on, man. check it.
Hey, but
check the box, bro. You can't. There's a box right here.
Let me check that. Check that.
There it is.
But nah, man. So that's what it is, and then also too, I would like, man, like I said, building a bigger and stronger village too.
Yeah.
Man. Like making sure that we're fortified. How can I help my brothers and my sisters?
Yeah.
Making sure our families are good, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully too, like, hey man, bigger bags.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
Man, I love that, man. You know, I really enjoy this conversation because it was genuine, bro.
Like, no, thank you, bro. You
no
know,
blueprint to how this conversation was gonna go. It just flowed. And I feel like that's the essence of where I'm gonna take this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna listen to this podcast. You're gonna learn something for sure. Like there's things you're gonna learn through conversation.
Yeah.
But that's it. You're learning through conversation.
Yeah.
And for me, like I've like every mentor, every person of like success I've spoke to, I've never really learned something because they directly was trying to teach me.
Yeah.
It was through conversation.
Facts.
And that's really where I want to take Trailblazers Talk. So I appreciate you, man, just coming here, you know, helping me put this whole thing together today.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Nah, bro. I mean, likewise, bro. I already told you, bro. I know this gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. I'm honored to be your first guest. And it's just one of those things that I feel like, bro, you inspire me. You know what I'm saying? You inspire me. You know how to also put that fire, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. You be like, hey man, what you working on today? he be Deboing me, bro. Like, what's up, man? What you working on today? What you get done? But I love that though.
Yeah.
I love having a brother like that.
Yeah.
Because it keeps me on my toes.
So needed, man.
Bro, it's needed, bro. It's like,
by the way, we gotta get back on the gym, bro.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I stepped on the scale today.
Okay.
We got some work to do. I need to get back to myself.
Yeah, man.
So, and that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, man, about to get back to myself.
Yeah.
6 to 12 months. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
It's gonna be crazy. But
so, let me ask you an ending question.
What up?
That I always ask people this.
Yeah.
So let's just say hypothetically,
mm-hmm.
your existence will be completely gone. Right? Like you're no longer gonna exist. Like everything, like your content's gone, everything is just obliterated, right? But only one video could be left for the world. And you only have like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What would those 30 seconds consist of? Now think about this, because your entire existence of who you are and what you've done is completely gone. And you only have a 30-second video left.
And what would that video consist of?
What would that 30 seconds be?
Bro, first and foremost, that is an amazing question. But I had to say this, man. It's easy for me, bro. My family, bro.
So 30 seconds of like clips of your family. And
me and my family, bro.
Okay.
Like, it's actually making me emotional, like just thinking about that, like, because that's a deep question, bro. Like, and I'll put simply like this, man. Growing up, of course, you had hoop dreams or wanting to be a superstar or whatever, having the money, the house, the cars. But I think another thing for me, there was a goal for me. I always wanted to be a good dad. Yeah. That was
why was that important to you?
Because my dad didn't have his father.
Yeah.
And I seen my dad really try his best. Yeah. So for me, I was like, well, my father didn't have his father around a lot. Of course, towards the end, they built a better relationship. But I was like, I see my father try his best, even with all his flaws. You know, when you grow a little older, you start seeing the flaws of your parents.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, though. But you see the human side of your parents. Yeah. Some people choose to, I don't want none. I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna love this man even harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's like, man, my dad didn't leave me. Even when I was being an a-hole, bro, like I was getting into stuff I had no business getting into. My pops loved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at how he even loves my son or my brothers. Like, so for me, I'm just like, the best thing I could do is be the best dad I can be to my children and be the best husband I can be to my wife, bro, because that, without videos or anything being gone, that feeling will never depart from them. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what bro, like, what, man?
That's beautiful, man.
Bro, yeah, man. And like a man who doesn't take care of his children is not a rich man. Facts. A man who doesn't love his wife the way she needs to be loved is not a rich man, bro. We can't talk, bro. If anybody around me is not taking care of their kids, get away from me. Facts. Period, bro. Yeah. You have a responsibility. Especially if you're out here just doing whatever. Yeah. And you know you got kids to take care of, man. Facts. It's tough for me, bro. I love my children, bro.
Yeah. That's a big message right there.
Right, man. There are everything, bro. Yeah. So they're literally the ones that are gonna my dad was a good dad or my dad was a bad dad.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, bro, I never want anybody that I interact with to have a bad experience.
Facts.
That's just me. And if they do, I'm sorry. I have flaws too.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Simply put.
Yeah, I love that, man. Well,
my dog.
Episode
yes, sir.
1 in the books.
Trailblazers Talk.
Yeah, man. And thank you to everyone who caught this episode. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna be consistent. Every week, I'm gonna drop episode, whether it's with a guest, in person, virtually, or it's an episode solo. But every week, episodes will drop. So subscribe, like, show some love on this episode. My boy Denis.
Yeah, my dog. Man. Yeah. Hey, make sure y'all shop with my boy too, man. He got these brands like Be All In.
I'm gonna ask you to have this hidden trophy site so I could put it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We gotta have it up.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
But he pressure.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, we on it. Appreciate you, brother. Peace.
Boom. All right, it's a wrap.
Woo, my dog.
It's a wrap.
Bro, that was fire, dog.
That was fun, man.
That was dope.